Hey Sagittarius, welcome. January 2025, first month of 2025. Let's see what we have going on for Sagittarius, please. We're jumping right into this reading. We're going to see what cards come out for you, my friend. Quite the stack. Which cards did you want me to have out of this stack, please? Thank you. So you have expectation, number 28, expectation. Some of you waiting on some type of news, waiting for an arrival, potentially of a person, news, change, something like that. Something that is preventing you from moving forward without this news or other information. You have occupation. Maybe some of you are waiting actually for a job offer of some sort. You're waiting for news, results of something as well that could really kind of get you moving in maybe a new direction occupation wise, but let's go ahead and see what other messages we have coming out for Sagittarius, please, for January 2025. How are they starting off this new year? Thank you. Got bright ideas. Have an innovative new inspiration. Test new ideas and break out fast. Take action on your ideas. Thank you. Wow, this card's come out quite a bit for a lot of people. Helping hand. Need others to assist with services, increase productivity. No one can handle it all. And you know, I'm just noticing this palm tree. It's almost like some of you just need a break. You need to get away. And maybe you feel like you can't because of there's so much going on. There's so much expected of you possibly. And you're trying to just keep up with everything that's expected of you, potentially at your occupation. And I see over here expectation. So, you know, yeah, some of you are, you know, wanting to take a break. You're wanting to get away from all the expectations that you possibly have at your current occupation, but you can't just because it's like there's no one there to do what you do. So you feel like you're just going to be even further behind potentially. So definitely a very powerful message that I'm getting here, that some of you just are feeling overworked. Feel like you just need to get away. You need that little bit of a break. So interesting start to this reading. Start off with that Eight of Wands. Hey, great sign. Great sign for travel. Great sign for getting away. Obstacles being cleared out of the way. Love to see that. Also, you know, expectation. When I started off this reading, I said some of you waiting on news. That is a great sign for news coming in. We have the Ten of Wands. Great. We also have the Three of Swords and Five of Swords. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. Fantastic sign. You know, really positive sign for your shadow self, showing that you have the support, you have people around you, or some of you, this could be that you're searching for that support. You're searching for that support system, people around you that trust you, that want to see you succeed. This is what I consider this card. This card can also symbolize having lots of projects successfully being completed. So another good sign with maybe freeing up some of your time here. Let's get these scoot over here. All right, so like I said, Eight of Wands, great sign for travel if any of you are really needing that break. Sign of quick news, quick changes coming in. Overall, very lucky time. I love to see this information come in for you. Eight of Wands, very positive, lucky card. And like I said, this clears the path ahead. This is showing that, you know, if you are waiting on news of something, this news is coming in. Yeah, very positive sign. But we go back to this Ten of Wands and, you know, kind of brings up that feeling of this too much on your shoulders, too much going on, which, you know, then sends us down the road to this Three of Swords, this feeling of, you know, not really heartbreak. I don't feel like this is a heartbreak pertaining to a lot of you. I feel like this is more of a, you need to take care of yourself. You have not been taking care of yourself, I feel like. So the Ten of Wands, like I said, is definitely a card of being overworked or having a lot on your mind at this time. Before I get too far ahead, let's go ahead and clarify the Eight of Wands, please. What do we have for Sagittarius? And clarify the Eight of Wands, Ten of Wands. Yeah, look at that. You have two eights right there. 8 clarifying an 8. And, you know, multiple 8s are a symbol of just trying to be noticed, needing a little bit more drive potentially, especially with this Eight of Swords. This is a card of holding yourself back, perceiving problems where there might not be problems. So, again, I feel like some of you maybe aren't giving yourself the break because you feel like it'll be such a big problem. You feel like you don't want to cause any more issues, or you don't want to cause a hiccup in the business that is going on, so you haven't given yourself the break. That's the vibe I'm getting from this Eight of Swords. And you need to see that it's just your perception, that maybe people around you, they see that you're working hard, they see how much you are doing, and they all are like surprised that you're not taking some me time, you're not getting away from all of that noise and all of that requirement and expectations like we have up here. Like I said, the Ten of Wands is a sign of almost being to your destination as well. So, we have the Three of Cups over here. Some of you might be getting close to being completed with a project, and hopefully that'll free up some time for you to get a little breather, get some relief. Let's go ahead and clarify that Ten of Wands though. What other information do we have around that Ten of Wands? Whew. You have Judgment, receiving that higher calling. This is a card of receiving your spiritual awakening, receiving good news. So again, we go back to that expectation when I was saying in the beginning that this is, some of you are waiting for some type of information. So we have the Eight of Wands, the Judgment card, both coming out, showing that there is some news coming in, allows you to proceed forward, whether it be good news or not. This doesn't really clarify that. This just shows, a lot of times I think good news or bad news, it's kind of hard to really perceive that. Again, this is your perception with this Eight of Swords. So maybe some of you will receive what feels like bad news, but then it turns into good news. So I always like to stress that, because sometimes we do get news that we think is bad, but in the end, it really had to happen. It had to go that direction in order for better things to open up to us. But again, the Judgment card, very positive card when it comes to receiving like your higher calling, receiving your passion. So that could have something to do with these bright ideas as well, receiving some type of inspiration that allows you to proceed forward with something that you really, really enjoy doing. The Three of Swords, like I said, I feel like the Three of Swords isn't so much a card of heartbreak. Maybe for some of you it is. When I went back to this expectation, the occupation card, I felt that for some of you this could be a sign of waiting on news of a job offer, waiting on news of like interview results, application results, something like that. So for some of you, this could be moving on to another position, which, while it could be exciting, still gives you some sort of heartache, because you're leaving behind something you're so used to. You're leaving behind people that maybe you have bonded with as well. So there is a little bit of that feeling, but also there is that excitement. Also, I want to point out, like I said, was kind of mentioning earlier, the Three of Swords is a card of focusing on yourself. This is a time of tremendous change potentially for you. So you really need to get focused on yourself and focus on your health, because for me, the Three of Swords is very much a health related card. I see this card when people aren't taking care of their health as well as they should be. So very much a strong sign to try to, get some type of diet, some type of exercise, or something of that sort to, even like taking a break, like we were saying earlier, giving yourself some break away from all of the stresses of your current job. Thank you. So with that Three of Swords, you have the Five of Swords. Yeah, kind of what I was expecting. That's kind of funny. But we see here he's holding his head. So there could be this overall feeling of this heartache, this headache, this feeling of stress, this feeling of anxiety coming in for whatever, this news. I feel like that's coming in. It's either a stress, anxiety, headache feeling because you have so much going on. The Ten of Wands here with so much burden coming in. But we have the Five of Swords going into the Five of Swords. And I feel like we go from this headache feeling, this heartache feeling, to all of a sudden this proud feeling, because you are moving on. You're moving away from that feeling. And I know these are the same two cards, but we see that it is two different images, very much so. This Five of Swords, he's holding his head. He is clearly in distress. He's got pain going on, and he's just in a bad spot. Whereas this Five of Swords, he's very proud of his accomplishments. He's proud of the way things are going his way. But this is a card of do not brag, do not gloat, because people will find their way away from you. They don't want to hear it. So instead, I would find ways to share in this wealth, share in the positivity that is potentially coming your way here as we receive that news. Wow. All right, so we'll take the Queen of Swords because that was upright. And let's see, what else do we have? Give me another stack. Which one did you want us to have, please? Thank you. Yeah, Ten of Wands again. So you are nearing the end of that path. Look at that. You're taking everything that you have accomplished, taking everything that you have learned, and you're moving on. You're moving on to a new village here. She has got everything packed. She's moving. She is gone. It's time to go that new direction. Ten of Wands is all about actions here. We're taking our path and we're almost there. Like I said with this Ten of Wands, this is a card of you're almost to your destination. And then we also had the Queen of Swords that came out. And this is all about cutting off the fear cords that could be holding you back. That Eight of Swords, freeing yourself. You know, because she has these bracelets, you know, on the original Queen of Swords, they're dangling. And it shows that she was once being held back. She was being held back by her own fears, and she used her sword to free herself. So it's your opportunity here to free yourself, to proceed, to move forward with something that might be a little uncomfortable, might be a new adventure that you weren't really expecting in January. Bottom of the deck, you also had the Queen of Cups. Lots of Queen energy coming out for you. You know, a lot of these queens can show that there's going to be help from close females, close friends, with this Three of Cups energy over here as well. So very stressed on receiving that helping hand. I just looked up and I'm like, oh, there it is. So Queen of Cups also is that energy, using your brain to solve problems, having that emotional maturity to proceed forward. It's also a card of finding your spiritual path, finding your spiritual calling and moving towards that. This could be expressing yourself creatively as well. Maybe some of you are really stretching to find that creative bone and really wanting to work in a field where you are able to express yourself more. But let's go ahead and roll the dice. Let's see what numbers we have for Sagittarius. We have numbers 7 and 15. Add those together, you have 22. Those could be special days of the month. They could also be significant numbers to be on the lookout for. And we have 3 and 17. Add those together, you have 20. So overall, very fantastic reading. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And I'll see you in your next reading, my friend. Goodbye.